Let's talk about burnout. What burnout is, how I personally deal with burnout, why you're probably having burnout, and the difference between hating what you do and not wanting to work, and loving what you do but not working because of burnout. Right? Now, burnout is essentially what happens to everyone. It's when you work so passionately on something with so much time into something, and no matter how much you love it, you get a bit annoyed by it, right? You become a bit irrational, provoked, and it's just insanely hard to sit down and actually work on that, right? No matter what you do, okay? So burnout happens a lot. I get burnt out a lot, right? But I still get my jobs done. I still progress and move forward. And there's a few things I do to do that, right? When you're like me and you work within Etsy, e-commerce, drop shipping, right? It can be a very tiring world. It's a very mentally tiring world. It's exhausting, right? And when you are doing repetitive tasks day after day after day, right, you get to a point where you don't really want to get out of bed in the morning. And the only thing that's going to get you out of bed is pure discipline because your motivation has gone. And if you are struggling with that, if that is the current position you're facing, don't worry. It doesn't last forever and you can overcome it. Because, like I said, that's where discipline kicks in. When you are so used to doing something, right, it is just muscle memory and you are so in control of your body and your mind that no matter how you feel, you get it done. And that is the state you need to be at to deal with burnout. If you're not at that level, there's a few tricks you can do to kind of trick your brain into forcing you to get things done. One of those is to get extremely angry, right? Extremely angry at the world, right? When you become so angry at the world for everything that's going on and angry at yourself for not being able to give your family the blessings that they deserve, it is a great motivator to getting out of bed, right? If you know your parents go to work every single day, slave away, you don't want them to do that, right? Use that as fuel for your engine to get out of bed and get to work, right? That is going to start off your day by being angry or being disciplined. Now, sitting down at your desk at the workstation, right? That's step one. That's just getting there. That is just, no matter how burnout you are, you can be here. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily mean things get done, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you no longer watch YouTube videos. You no longer, I don't know, play COD, right? It doesn't stop that. So what does stop that? So if you look at my setup, right? I used to have like 2, 3 monitors, and then I just stopped. I just went for this one monitor. I think this is the Apple Studio display monitor, right? And what this allowed me to do was be so concentrated on what was happening on the screen. So now I'm fully aware of everything that is going on. Okay? So typically I have phones face down on the desk. I don't look at them distracted. Remove those distractions, right? When you're burnt out, you are looking for an easy way out. You've done the hard thing, right? You've came in and you've sat down with purpose of doing something. Now, don't let something so silly stop you from achieving those goals. So just make it easy, right? This one monitor, I'm so focused on what's going on. I know everything that's going on. There's no room for a Netflix show to be on one monitor and some other crap on another. It's just this pure focus, lasered, dialed in, right? So this is the workstation. I know this has a purpose. When I'm here, there's a purpose, and it's to get stuff done, no matter how you feel. That is what happens. Okay, so you force yourself out of bed because you're either extremely disciplined or you're angry. You've came down, you've sat down, you've limited your distractions. Now, how do you get things done? Well, because you're burnt out, you're so burnt out of repetitive tasks, the things you've been doing all the time. So say you're in dropshipping and you've been doing a load of product research, right? Swap it up, change what you do, change your method of attack. Okay, you are no longer just dedicated to product research. You are now dedicated to another part of the business. Okay, it does not matter what that is. If you know Etsy dropshipping, you know that there's creating stores. Creating stores just leads to an insane amount of burnout, right? But that's when you flip it up. That's when you go, okay, I'm going to do product research. Okay, I'm going to work on existing stores. I'm going to work on graphics. I'm going to work on content. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to still progress. I'm still going to move the business forward, but just in a different area. And I'm going to recuperate, okay? What you also need to do is you need to assess what you are doing on a daily basis. If you are sitting down, you are spending 16 hours plugged in, dialed in, working away, no breaks, nothing, right? That is going to seriously lead you to burnout. You're going to grow fantastically. You're going to get so much done. But remember, progression needs to happen in every area of your life. Okay? If your body and your mind is not progressing alongside your business, you are going to be in this state of, a very poor state. Right? I couldn't think of a word. You're going to be in a very poor state. When your business is progressing and you're making money, right? Fantastic. But you also need to progress in other areas. Otherwise, it's not going to feel like you're progressing, right? You're making loads of money, but you still feel like the same person you was before when you were failing, when you were, had a sucky life, right? So that's when you hit the gym, go on hikes, start Thai boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, something else to progress in and learn, okay? And then that leads me on to the next point. When you're burnt out, stay learning. Learning is such a great fuel of motivation because it allows you to see things from new angles and you get excited again. When you stay stagnant and you stay exactly where you are and you keep doing the same work and you can't see things from other perspectives or learn how other people do things or new systems or new strategies, you're gonna be just angry. And not angry, not even at the world, just angry at yourself, so nothing gets done, right? But if you stay learning, maybe you stick a podcast on, right? You watch some videos in your area, you're educational, you read some blogs, you read some forum threads, right? When you see things from a different angle, you can go, oh my God, that might solve that. Oh my God, that's going to save me so much time. Let's get that done. Boom, boom, boom. And then you start working on that, and then you get into the zone. And that the burnout from what was happening before, from that really boring, really annoying task, is no longer there because you've solved the core problem behind it. So, I have been making money online since 2012, I want to say. 2011, I think I was like 12, 13. Probably 2011, I was probably 13. Right, and I first started in the world of creating plugins for a game called Minecraft, right? And 12, nearly 13 years on, nearly 14 years on, I'm still in this world and dealing with burnout. It has been my life, it has been my obsession, and it's been a key part of everything that I've done, right? And if after all of this time it still happens, the things I'm telling you to do and implement in your life to solve this are backed up by that many years of experience dealing with this, right? When you are burnt out, it's because you are burnt out of a single task, right? Change it up, and it's going to solve so many problems for you. Keep progressing, keep making money, and reduce, lower your dopamine levels. If your dopamine is absolutely fried, you are just going to be having a really bad time. I'm not going to tell you to go do monk mode or anything like that, but just limit what your body consumes, limit what your mind consumes and your eyes see, and you are going to have a much more enjoyable existence.